leave reminders for yourself? How do you do it? Don't forget the thing or something like that. Do you, when you think, oh, I could leave myself a note for that, do you say, I should leave myself a note because I'm forgetful, because blah, blah, blah? Do you? Because listen, you're listening to how you talk with yourself. So, I have a past history of being someone who claimed to be forgetful. And honey, I'm not forgetful. I remember specifically things out of nowhere that other people are like, yeah, how do you remember that? Right? Okay, my beautiful brain remembers a lot of things. I like to joke there's a cat in my brain. It's like, this doesn't seem like we need to remember it. We can find it later. Anyway, so in that vein, when I remind myself, because I'm not forgetful, but sometimes I put memories in a drawer and I forget what, or I thought, well, I don't remember what I called that drawer, right? So there are ways that I think about my not being able to recall something quick without making it something wrong with me, right? Okay. This is how I leave myself reminders. I don't remind myself to not forget. I remind myself that I'm a good rememberer, and I don't need to say, you're a good rememberer, remember the pizza. What I can tell myself is, this is our bag, getting ready to go, my bag, my kitchen-y bag. So all the kitchen-y things, we're going to a cabin for a few days in the mountains. So this is how I'm remembering that I'm bringing the foodies from the refrigerator in my bag. Foodies. Because sometimes I get a little bristly when people say things, and the first thought, that's an old and a young thought, is, I know, I'm smart, I remember things. I just remember things on different timelines than other people remember things sometimes. But do you see how I didn't deny that sometimes there are things that I don't remember as well as other things, but I didn't make it be about me branding myself a bad rememberer. Do you see what I'm saying? I didn't make it be about how I've always been a bad rememberer, or I have this diagnosis that makes me a bad rememberer. Because it's none of that's true. I remember a million zillion things. I don't remember everything. Not everybody remembers everything. So when I leave myself notes about that remembering this is a great thing to do, I'm kind with me in the way I talk with myself in my head and the way I talk with myself in the notes that I leave. How do you talk with yourself when you come up against a thing that has been consistent for you in your life, like not remembering or misplacing or things like that? How do you talk with yourself, love? Because you could talk with yourself like you were friendly with your humanity, and in a way that prompted you to remember that you're a good rememberer, and you're remembering this now, and also fucking win. Look at you remembering. All right, I'm madly in love with you. Could you be sweet to yourself? Just a little? You could.